Masi-R oral reading fluency measure. So let's have this one first. Throughout this test, I'll be writing stuff down, but it doesn't mean you got something right, it doesn't mean you got something wrong. I'm just making observations. So when I say begin, start reading aloud at the top of the page and read across the page. Alright, begin.
Most farmers dislike groundhogs because the groundhogs have only one purpose in life, to dig. The groundhog digs everywhere, under trees, barns, and even houses. Everywhere he digs, he leaves holes that tell of his passing. There are many tall tales about farm buildings, equipment, and even families disappearing into huge holes dug by groundhogs. Of course, those are just stories, and the facts about the groundhog are different. Groundhogs are active during the daytime. They eat mostly grains and grasses, and are strict vegetarians. They can be found in many parts of the United States and throughout Canada. You can sometimes see one sitting erect on a mound of earth outside the entrance to its burrow. The groundhog is one of the few mammals who is a true hibernator. This means that the groundhog is in a kind of deep sleep all through the winter months. During this sleep, his body temperature drops from about 97 degrees Fahrenheit to about 37 degrees. His heartbeat slows.
Alright, thank you. Okay. Okay, when I say begin, start reading aloud at the top of the page, read across the page. Begin.
The praying mantis is an extremely strange insect. In fact, some people say it looks frightening or weird, while others regard it as a terrifying monster because it is so unusual. A full-grown mantis is almost as big as your hand and looks like a pale green stick with Google eyes. It can swivel its head when watching something. That something is usually the other insect it's about to eat. The praying mantis eats other insects, but they will also occasionally eat others of their own kind. In fact, they have actually been known to eat them. This habit of eating everything in sight is another reason they are sometimes referred to as monsters. However, like all insects, the praying mantis has 3 pairs of legs. The 2 rear pairs are usually only for walking, while the front legs are also used to hunt. These are equipped with razor-sharp spines and have hooks on them. This insect is a great hunter. It attaches itself to a blade of grass or twig, and then it waits patiently for some other insect.
Thank you. When I say begin, start reading aloud at the top of the page. Read across the page. Begin.
There are 3 basic types of snowflakes. The first type is called stellar, and is the one most people remember. Stellar flakes are feathery with small centers. They form when it is not extremely cold and when the clouds are low and wet. Because they cling together when falling, it sometimes appears as if they are descending in great downy clumps. The second variety of snowflake is called a plate snowflake, and this formation appears almost rock solid in compact configurations with 6 clearly seen outer edges. They form when it's exceptionally cold and when the clouds are elevated and almost dry. The final type of snowflake is a combination of the other 2. It has a plate-like center with feathering arms. Even though there are these 3 types, each individual snowflake is truly unique.
Thank you. Alright. Thank you very much.